don't have to re-record it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to going forward with this song.
Bullet. Hey, there he is! Nice and early morning here in the studio today. It is, not necessarily super warm or early, but it's 7:05. Got out of bed at 4:45 this morning. Alarm went off at like 4:30. Came downstairs. Jamie and I did like some Fitness Blender workout. Shout out to Fitness Blender. They're like the OGs of YouTube fitness workout. And then I made a smoothie, did my devotional, and now we are ready to go in the studio. I've been liking wearing no hats lately. It's been nice, but today Hurricane Elsa, yes, Elsa like the Disney movie Frozen, Hurricane Elsa is making its way up the coast from Florida. So it is torrential downpouring, like crazy rain. I'm planning on going to the post office today to mail some things out, and I have to go to Stop and Shop to get some like eggs and stuff. So I'm like, I hate when my hair gets wet, especially in stuff like this, because the product that I use is very water based, so it like kind of messes with the product. But so I was like, I guess we'll wear a hat today, whatever. On a different note, something that I haven't really been thinking about this week is I felt like this week was just a little extraordinarily rough with anxiety, and I haven't talked about it in a while, anxiety in a while, because honestly, it hasn't been a major issue in a while, and I kind of felt like this past week was like, I don't know, I felt like I was kind of like back like a year ago, and I was like, wow. But even in that, I felt like I had like taken like a huge step back, but even in that, I felt like it wasn't even as bad as it used to be. So if anything, I've been like really like almost encouraged, because it's like, wow, I genuinely don't know the last time I had a week that felt this bad. Where this would have been like, this was usual on par for the course like last year. I don't even remember, like I don't remember even the month that it was that I felt like this. So like that's a huge, even though I still have like daily little kind of like just little like little pokes, I guess is the best way to put it. Actual feeling like terrible like this, I haven't felt it forever. So it's like, wow, okay, you know what? So all that does is actually encourage me. It's like, okay, actually that just shows me that I'm actually getting better. For me to actually realize that, hey, I don't feel that great this week, and in that not feeling great is better than I used to be. But even that, just not feeling great is the fact I'm like, hey, that means that I usually do feel pretty good. So it's progress, man. All right, so first things I want to get started off with is I want to record videos, and then I want to get in the studio or in the booth and record some harmonies for the pre-chorus and chorus to the new love song that I'm writing. All right, so I'm currently, as we speak, wrapping up my gifts to send to. These are a little bit older. These are going to Dante Bo, which is one of the first interviews on the channel, and then also his, not necessarily his manager, because we had the managers on the channel, but it's actually, I don't really know what her position is, but she's the person that facilitated the interview with him, and also with a couple others. She got me the ones with his managers, with Aaron Moses, I believe, with she got me in contact with Naomi Rain and Marianne George, so like, this lady was a massive help, so I figured, you know what, let me send her something. So she's getting a Tudo hat and some coffee. I want to though make sure that I mention that this coffee is supporting. Oh, I did not. I gotta mention that it's supporting Graham Stephan. All right, just got back from the post office, dropping off stuff. It is pouring right now, like teeming out right now. It's crazy. You can kind of see a little bit of that rain, just pouring. Thinking back to when I first knew that I loved you. So much has changed, but this has stayed the same. I just want to stay the same. Thinking back to when I first knew that I loved you. Thinking back to when I first knew that I loved you. So much has changed, but this has stayed the same. Let's record some harmonies. That I love you. Much has changed, just to stay the same. Thinking back to when I first knew that I loved you. I first knew that I loved you. So much has changed, but this has stayed the same. Yo, I just wrapped up a live stream eating lunch. It was titled "Eating a Tuna Sandwich, Come Say Hi." First of all, in the first 5 seconds we realized that we didn't have any tuna, or we actually had tuna, we didn't have any mayo. so I couldn't make any tuna sandwich. We made avocado toast, and dude, there was like 33 people at one point literally just watching me eat the tomato of my avocado toast. It's so wild. And shout out to Ash, who sent the $7 that paid for my whole meal. So thank you so much. Dude, I say this every week and my answer does not change. I love doing these Patreon Zoom calls. It is so fun to meet all the people. Shout out to Leia today who joined, from the Philippines. She worked overnight in the Philippines, so it was 1:30 in the morning for her and she was just chilling in the thing. It's so cool, man. I love it. I'm enjoying it so much. On a complete side note, I ended up today, I typed, I know what it was. I was looking up Sage Jones' podcast, the one that she was on with me, the interview, and I was trying to because I had to send it to her, and the second video that came up was this random thing, and it was like this random video, and I clicked on it because it seemed interesting, and I went down this rabbit hole for like 20 minutes of it's a guy, literally his whole channel is based around him smoking cigarettes. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, and I never planned to, but it was just I was so fascinated with the fact that people were watching, and he had like 35,000 subscribers, and he literally just sits outside, lights up his cigarette, and just starts talking for 8 minutes. And he's like, yeah, life is good today, and ooh, this is a really nice Marlboro, and he's talking about the cigarette. He's like, and I'm so grateful for all my subscribers, and that thing that happened last week, it's all good. Like, he just starts talking. It's like an 8-minute monologue while he's smoking a cigarette outside, and I'm like, it blows my mind that people watch this, and not in a bad way, because I was watching them, you know what I mean? But it was like, I found it really interesting that there's just content for everybody. Like, you do what you love and you talk about it, then and people will come, people will follow. And I don't know, I just found it very fascinating that literally content for everything. And I in no way endorse cigarettes. I've never smoked one in my life, but I just found it so fascinating. All right, just wrapped up a 2-hour live stream chat with the fam chat, which was fun. It was good. We started off with a whole bunch of YouTube tips and stuff for people that want to get started, and then we just started just talking about random stuff. And now in 10 minutes we have a Fly by Midnight interview, which I'm excited about. I think it'll be really cool to meet those guys in the band. Dude, what a fantastic interview with Fly by Midnight. It was, first of all, really cool to chat with them. Yeah, really cool to chat with them. Really cool guys. One of the things that I was really, really, really interesting, and something I've been thinking about a lot that I want to kind of comment on, is I was asking them about how they balance, the relationship between their songwriting careers, because they songwrite for other people, and their personal music careers that they have, like the Fly by Midnight. And they said that they realized, it took them a while to realize, but they realized that they're all kind of interconnected. Like, for example, they songwrite with one person, and they give an example of Jake Miller. And I've been following Jake Miller for a while, man. That's actually funny. They said that when they went to LA once, they got an email from Jake Miller saying, "Hey, do you want to come write? Can we write together?" They write with him. A couple years later, I think they feature him on a track, or they're featured, or something along the lines of that. And now they're going on tour with Jake Miller with their band. So it's like they started with writing for him, and then it turned into them now going on tour together. Like, that's cool. So I think about it all the time. I'm like, I wonder, these interviews that I'm doing. I'm like, I get kind of in my head. I'm like, am I just gonna get caught up in interviewing, and that's all it's gonna be? Like, I want these to be more than just that, and more relationships and stuff. But then that's so encouraging, because you never know. Maybe one day because I interviewed Fly by Midnight, maybe then we hang out one time, and then maybe it leads to featuring. You never know, kind of thing. Which is so cool. And not even that, they were like, "Oh, we're going on tour," and I was like, "Oh, you guys coming to New York?" And they were like, "Yeah, absolutely." I was like, "Oh man, I gotta go to the show." And they were like, "Yeah, absolutely. We gotta kick it. Like, come to the show, and we'll kick it," kind of thing. So it's like, that's cool, man. We just gotta it's building relationships and becoming friends with people, and just starting, and that's it. All boils down to relationships. You wanna go for a walk? Sit. Okay, let's go for a walk. Okay. Hey, relax. Yeah. Bully, you look like a prince, bro. I have to share this with you guys. It's too ridiculous not to share. My throat's killing me now from the 2 takes that I did. But Brad and I were joking about let me just show you. Okay, take it. Let's text him Brad's deal. He's hysterically laughing at the moment. Hold on, let's listen. Here we go.
Sometimes I feel like you don't know me. Sometimes I feel like you don't hold me. Sometimes Sometimes I feel like